YouTube, what goes on? And welcome back to Disavowed Action Figures. First of all, happy Thanksgiving to everybody watching this video. It's always a magical time of year as we start taking the holidays. One, because family's great, but two, lots of action figure deals are hitting, folks. That's right. Target, Walmart, Best Buy, Amazon. Everybody has sales going on right now. It's going to be a fun couple of months here in holiday season. However, it also reminds me we're getting closer to January, which means ranking the top 10 action figures of 2024. I had a ton of new figures come in recently, whether I found them at Target on sale or clearance, whether they were pre-order shipping here right at the end of the year to just get them in right before 2024 ends. So I wanted to kind of open something on camera. If you watch the channel, you know typically I do action figure reviews here. However, I didn't want to review all of these because some of them are a little bit older, whatever, plus time is an issue. So I'm going to unbox a bunch of figures here in this video and ask the question, will these figures be in my top 10 of 2024 overall or not? Let me know in the comments down below what your current top 10 figures are of 2024, and if you think any of these should fall under that category or not. Also, I already filmed 2 clips for this video, and I apologize. I said the word friggin' and frickin' way too many times. So try to count them up. Let me know in the comments. How many times did I say friggin' or frickin' combined in this video? As always, thank you for watching. Please consider hitting that subscribe button. It is free for you, does not cost you anything, and it helps us grow the channel tremendously in the march to 7,000 subscribers. We're almost there, folks. We're making a hard push to get there as soon as we can. So thank you for watching. It means so much to me you take time out of your busy day to check out these videos. Now let's unbox some action figures. So if you've watched my channel before, I will do more traditional reviews. Not so much doing that here. We're trying to basically get through all these figures. I got to get some of these new figures unboxed before we get into buying more of them here as we get closer to the holiday season, as more things ship and more things come in, because lots of pre-orders are shipping here in Q4. So we're going to rip this thing out of the box. You'll notice right away the Logan head's already out of there. So I kind of cheated and put everything back in the box just to show it off a little bit here. This box was beat to hell when I got it at Target. But again, getting it for like $18 and change. Great deal. Don't care about the status of the box. This head sculpt is freaking awesome. We'll say it right out of the gate here. This looks so freaking cool. If you follow me over at Instagram at disavowed_12, I've been using our Hugh Jackman Wolverine tracksuit Mafia member here quite a lot recently in photos. It's been a lot of fun. This buck right here, this figure, the Mafia figure, is great for kind of swapping different head sculpts. But let's get Wolverine out of the packaging and just kind of take a quick look at him, move him around a little bit. Again, not too long for a review for any of these figures. Just trying to get everything out of boxes and kind of look at them and kind of wonder and ask myself, are they in contention for figure of the year or not? So again, if you watch the channel on a regular basis, I do not buy many MCU Marvel Legends anymore. I tend to just kind of stick to the comic book stuff. Occasionally, I'll spring for a clearance figure at the end of the year when I find it for the MCU. This was a must. I needed to pick this thing up. I just recently finished watching Deadpool and Wolverine for the second time for me, but the first time with my GFA Tizzle, the girlfriend. She loved it. I forgot how friggin' awesome it was. I needed this for the collection. I was so happy I got it when I found out that cheap price at Target. I mentioned the head sculpt earlier on. You do get the alternate hand, so you get a punching hand on that hand right there. This is more of kind of a gripping hand. You can kind of put a cigar or a beer maybe, if you wanted to. It is Logan after all, right? A very foul-mouthed, amazing Logan. The figure itself looks so freaking awesome. I'm loving the texture they got going on here on the suit. Of course, we're going to get a Marvel Legend down the road that is going to have the bare arms without the sleeves. It's naturally just going to have to happen. The claws on this came out really great. I'm digging those. They're not the type that they're going to break like the old kind of like Juggernaut Wolverine comic book figure version. I'm loving the actual masked head. That's looking cool. The beard, the 5 o'clock shadow, if you want to call it, looks great. You get the tilt for the attitude right there in the head, which looks really nice. But I really do like the suit a whole lot. As far as the articulation goes, digging that as well. Shoulder pads are pretty cool. I think it's just the texture. The texture, to me, kind of just puts this thing on the next level from just being a regular comic book character or figure in your shelf. But again, this moves great. Double jointed, pinless, basically everything. So yeah, this thing's pretty freaking cool. Happy to have it. Will it be top 10 contention? I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no. There is a chance, even though it's MCU, it could potentially pop in to that top 10 Marvel Legends territory. As I mentioned before, I don't really buy enough MCU figures anymore to do a top 10 MCU and separate from the comic book Marvel Legends. So this could potentially pop up in that top 10 for comics. So there he is, Wolverine Logan. So shifting gears and camera angles to G.I. Joe Classified, here it is, the friggin' Road Pig and Ruckus. Could not find this thing for the longest time. My girlfriend was on actually just a random Target stop. She rarely goes in Target, but she had a quick run in really fast. I said check the toy aisle. They had this there, and surprisingly to the two of us, we got it for $35.99, I believe. Random Target Circle app deal or whatever. This 2-pack looks so freaking cool. I really wanted the dog. There's so many accessories baked into this. Alternate heads, alternate helmets, all the different weapons and things. The figure is huge. This thing is freaking heavy as hell. Here's the back. I am not going to go through and again review all the different accessories and things. This is more of kind of as a quick look again for me to kind of get things out of the box and just kind of get an idea of what I might want to consider for a top 10 overall action figures of 2024. I collect mostly Hasbro stuff, so G.I. Joe could squeak in. Again, I don't really buy a whole lot of military figures anymore, but this one was one that I really needed. I remember having it in my hand as a kid. It was so great. And again, love the Joe animals. So let's get it out of the box, take a quick look at the accessories, and kind of give you some just overall thoughts on Road Pig and his dog. So this pack is friggin' insane, the amount of stuff they crammed in here. So at the regular retail price, despite all the accessories, I don't know if I really would have wanted to get this. I probably would have anyway. However, at the sale price of whatever it was, $36.99, something along those lines, it is ridiculous how much stuff you get with this. The figure and the dog themselves are absolutely freaking cool. As far as the accessories go, really quickly, this thing looks so awesome as a weapon. However, I have to say, weapon accessory of the year is going to be the friggin' cinder block right here on the handle. This thing is just so much fun. I'll be able to use this with a lot of different figures. I do wonder over time, though, if this will start to maybe kind of get a little bit warped and not really want to stay straight over time. But that came out really awesome. This is actually a head sculpt. I thought this was something separate, that like a mask or something that went actually over the face. It is not. This thing is sick looking right there. The detail is so crazy. We do also get this kind of like hook thing going on here. I'm thinking this is probably a reuse from Fiona and Crocmaster. Let me know in the comments if it is. Looks pretty much similar to that. We additionally get this part of a face mask going on right here that will kind of go over the face or over the chin, I suppose. Right there. The dog is just awesome. I love G.I. Joe Classified Animals. They are the freaking best. This is definitely not lacking. I'm digging it. Just getting the animals with the Joes is incredible. And in addition to the actual accessories and figures you do get, we get the alternate head sculpt right here for the doggy. I like this one. It's more of a nice dog face versus kind of the angry dog face. We also kind of get this shield piece going on back here. I did not even realize it came with the shield until I kind of busted it out right here. So, again, it looks kind of neat. Again, this is kind of an example of something I didn't need. They could have eliminated this, and I probably wouldn't have felt like I was missing on anything. And then as far as the figure goes, other accessories, we got an alternate head sculpt right here, which is the more open mouth, kind of like yelling one. And then we also get two fisted hands. Let's take a closer look at the figure itself. Just a lot of cool stuff going on with this. The tattoos I could take or leave, to be honest. I'm not really pumped about those. They're well done as always. The anarchy symbol looks good right there. So overall, those are okay. We kind of get like a little bow going on right down here on the wrist, which is kind of neat as a weapon. Down here, again, I like the asymmetry going on. It's not just symmetric, it's asymmetric. So we have kind of like the pig or the hog going on here for the knee pad on this side. The boots came out looking good. As far as this side, the tattoos, again, you know, whatever. I love the skull here on the shoulder pads. Very Mad Max looking, if you will. The back came out looking good as well. So this thing is just freaking cool. It's kind of cartoony looking, which, you know, I would like more of a realistic look. But overall, this guy is pretty freaking cool. Let's slap some accessories on him real quick here. So overall thoughts on Road Pig and Ruckus. This is a really awesome pack right here. Again, price got kind of hefty for full price. It did come with a lot of stuff, so I think you might be getting your value there. They could have taken some pieces out of the box and made it a little bit cheaper, but the fact that I got it on a crazy sale, I didn't even realize, is pretty awesome. I love the animals. Always a soft spot for G.I. Joe Classified Animals right there. And this guy just looks so unique. Again, you put this on your shelf. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a G.I. Joe Classified shelf. I mentioned Mad Max earlier on. Post-apocalyptic sort of stuff. This can really fit in a lot of different types of action figure lines. So I'm digging it. And again, would not be shocked if I found a way to squeak its way in to my top 10 overall action figures of 2024, Road Pig is pretty sweet. And I cannot believe I've taken this long to open this. Shout out to Art G. The G stands for great, folks. Good friend of the channel. Found this for me in a Target months ago. I was so excited to get this thing in hand, and somehow, some way, I never unboxed it. So Bison, Street Fighter 2, The Final Challengers, Jada Toys, action figures. So pumped. I'm loving this line. Here's your packaging. You got a great look at it already. We have Guile coming in a week. That's why I'm opening this thing right now. This looks awesome. Let's crack it open. Okay, so this guy is absolutely incredible. This is an awesome, awesome action figure. I just heated up the joints because they seemed a little bit locked. They wouldn't quite stand. This cape is everything as advertised. A lot of people have done reviews. I've watched a lot of them. And the fact that this cape can move the way that it does is just so cool. Again, I knew there was bendy wire coming in this thing, but it just moves so nicely. You can really kind of just basically put it any way you want. Back behind him, again, coming off to the side, like it's being blown in the wind. There's just a lot of things you can do. You can fluff out from the back. Again, so many reviews of this are already out there, so I'm not going full-blown review here, but it is just sick. The articulation is so smooth on this thing once you heat it up a little bit. The only thing that seemed tight were the feet to me. Now they're fine. However, he would not stand initially out of the packaging, but it is just so good. You get the pivot going on with the head for different types of looks right there, show all the attitude. You get the punching effect right here. The alternate shoulder piece, I'm not going to mess with those very much, to be perfectly honest, on camera. And even the articulation for a big chunky figure like this is not that bad. Like the knees, again, double jointed, pinless, everything on this guy. He can deliver the knee to the head if you want him to. He just does so many cool things. I know they have a Player 2 version on Big Bad Toy Store. I've decided to not go in on the Player 2 versions of these things, just because I don't want to devote that much space to Street Fighter, despite the fact that I love these action figures that they are pumping out right now. But overall, this thing, ooh, it's going to be hard to not include this guy in my top 10. However, looking back, also accessories, by the way, the alternate hands, the kind of the weird kind of like tiger paw hands going on, and this right here as well. The head sculpt is great. By the way, there's a number 6 on my hand. I was telling myself at 6 o'clock I have to do something important. I apologize for that. But yeah, overall, this guy is really awesome. I was going to say before, I do have the Dalsim. That guy was next level as well. I don't know if I'll put 2 Street Fighter Jada toys in my top 10 of the year at the end of the year or not, but I would very heavily consider putting Bison and Dalsim in that category. So this guy's incredible, very cool, neat accessories, cool alternate head sculpt. The cape makes this thing. It really does. Getting the bendy wire with a standard release figure here domestically. He's awesome. Okay, on to the next one. And the final unboxing for this particular video of potential top 10 action figures of 2024 is the retro carded Cobra Commander. Holy smokes, look at that vac metal. So Insider Baseball, I did see this at Legions Con at a vendor for about $40. I passed on it. I said, you know what, I'll find it eventually in the wild. And we did at Target. Not quite sure if that particular toy hunt has hit yet, but I found this in the Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania Target. Scanned the sucker, came up for $18 and change. Can't go wrong with that. This is awesome. The only Cobra Commander I still have in my collection is the very original one for G.I. Joe Classified that they came out with. I originally had the Regal version that Hasbro Pulse, so I sold that off a while back in anticipation of getting a vac metal mask, and there it is. This thing looks incredible. I also did not get the HasLab, so if you don't watch the channel too often, I don't have that one in my collection either. So this thing looks so good. The card is amazing. It's going to kill me a little bit to have to crack this thing out of the card, but I'm going to do it because I want this actually in my Joe collection back behind me on the wall you typically see when I do my live streams. Also, you saw it here on the intro to this video, so let's get him out of the package and take a look at Cobra Commander with that vac metal mask. Whoa, this is the Cobra Commander I wanted. This was the Cobra Commander we deserved in the G.I. Joe Classified line. This thing looks so much fun. Again, the blue, having that royal blue color. Accessories are okay, a bunch of hands. Got that pointing hand. You need the pointing hand for Cobra Commander, right? I just dropped it. He's there. The knife, the gun, accessories, whatever. This is the Cobra Commander I want on my shelf. Just the vac metal, the mask does it. Obviously, that's the draw for this thing. It is so awesome to have this guy. For all those people who are super excited about the one they got with the HasLab, I can only imagine this is kind of a slap in the face. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below if it is or it isn't. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but this is the Cobra Commander you're going to want to have. It also comes with that stand. I don't buy a lot of the retros, so having a stand is cool, but, you know, really I'm not going to use it too often. This will absolutely be on my G.I. Joe Classified storage back behind me on the shelf. He is so cool. Let's pop some of those hands on real quick. So there he is with that pointing hand. You need that pointing hand, right, for Cobra Commander. He's just so much fun. This is such a great figure. Somebody had said in one of the comments, I can't remember who it was, that this would be a top 10 of the year. And now that I have it open in hand, even though, again, I do not do very much G.I. Joe military or military in general anymore in my collection, I typically just grab things if I find them on sale or on clearance or just something that's, you know, close to my nostalgia heart. This guy is so much fun. He is definitely going to have to be considered for top 10 overall of the year for G.I. Joe Classified. I don't know where he comes down with like Road Pig, for instance, all his accessories, the big chunky figure. But again, for a standard release for this guy, he is so great. I kind of feel like you have to buy this if you're a classified collector. And again, let me know in the comments. Is this a pass for you because you have other Cobra Commanders? Or is this now the G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Commander? And as you know, I absolutely love doing comparisons on this channel. Frankly, it's the main reason I make reviews, is to compare different action figures and different action figure lines. It's just a lot of fun to see how these 6-inch figures do scale together. So here are all four. Here is the Jada Toys M Bison Street Fighter 2. Here is the G.I. Joe Classified Road Pig Deluxe figure. Here is the Marvel Legends Logan Wolverine from Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine, Deadpool 3 essentially, and the Cobra Commander G.I. Joe Classified retro version card. These are 4 awesome figures. It's always so hard for me at the end of the year to start doing these top 10 lists because recency bias can be a thing. A lot of times you get something new, that new shiny thing that's in hand, and it's very possible to overlook older figures. Like I mentioned, Street Fighter Delsum from earlier in the year, other figures of that nature as well. Wolfsbane from Marvel Legend. There's so many I can throw out there that came out earlier in the year. Now here we are in basically November, almost December, and we're getting new stuff. So it's hard to rule out that recency bias. These are 4 awesome ones. I guess the Cobra Commander Wolverine and Road Pig are pretty much brand new. M Bison's not as new. So again, we'll see how the top 10 at the end of the year goes. But I can find it very hard to imagine that one, if not more than one of these figures will turn up and be our top 10 overall of the year. Also doing top 10 Marvel Legends of the year, top 10 Marvel Legends Deluxe / Build-A-Figure of the year. And we'll see what else goes on from there for our top 10 lists. But we love doing lists at the end of the year. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It is free for you, does not cost you anything, and helps us grow the channel tremendously in the march to 7,000 subscribers. While you're at it, go ahead and please click that bell for notifications. That way YouTube should notify you and tell you when we post new content here to the channel, like our weekly toy hunts, reviews, and live streams. Leave a comment down below, hit that like button. And for daily toy content and daily toy updates, try checking us out over at Instagram at Disavowed_12. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing all of you at the pegs.